Alright, hello everybody, and welcome back to another weekend of NAGA football. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone is enjoying the AFC Championship right now. We have our own conference championship that will be taking place right now. We have the 6 seed Minnesota Gorgons taking on the 1 seed Delaware Pioneers here in the GFC Conference Championship. Minnesota on the year did very well. They finished 7-3 with a plus 111 point differential. They have a 7th ranked offense, 26th passing, 3rd rushing. The best defense in the league as well, and 3rd against the pass, 4th against the run. Injuries for them include 86 overall defensive end Trevante Thomas, who is coming back next week if they make it there. Same thing with 92 overall running back DeMarcus Clark. He has a back injury. He comes back next week if they make it there. A player who doesn't is 73 overall corner Ricky Kendall, who has a torn ACL. He's out for the year. And then cornerback Jordan Buford Jr., 92 overall, has a neck injury. He is out for this game, but again, comes back if they make it. For Delaware, they were 9-1 with a plus 86 point differential. Their only loss this season came to this Minnesota team in Week 8, only by one score, 20-13. So that is a key fact of this game. Plus 86 point differential. 5th ranked offense, 2nd best passing, 27th best rushing, so they attack you in different ways, these two teams do. 17th ranked defense, 20th passing, 16th rushing, and no injuries, most importantly for Delaware. They're completely healthy going into this game, which is great because they dealt with a whole bunch of injuries this season, notably Davian Rice and DJ Holmes as well. So glad to see that they are completely healthy for this very important game. Taking a look at the predictions, Delaware has a 28% chance to win, but is favored by 2 out of the 4 panelists here, so they have a chance. But Minnesota still having the upper hand here with their solid team, so we will see how they do. Interesting personnel changes for Minnesota. They have switched around their defense pretty majorly. They have moved outside linebacker Thaddeus Benson, who is a force on that linebacking core, to strong safety. So that is something to watch out for as we get started today. Delaware will receive the ball first as Tyler Troxel will get us started, and Paul Goldschmidt, the user-created prospect, to return it. Clear skies and almost no wind here at J.P. Morgan Chase Stadium here, as Daniel Shaver comes out onto the field. League leader in passing yards this season, and he loses the football on his first drop back. That is big. Steven Sekaresh will fall on it, and that is huge. Drew Roark straps on the helmet earlier than expected, and he goes right to work. Roark with a flag down. He'll get sacked on the play, and it'll be a defensive hold. Reggie Suggs back there in the end zone. Going to give Minnesota an automatic first down. That wipes out the Boone Calkins sack. Hand off to George Colvin, and that will be a gain of 9 yards. Stop made by Elijah Warfield. And 2nd and 1 now, just getting started. Minnesota in great field position thanks to a Daniel Shaver fumble, and George Colvin will go into the end zone, and Minnesota strikes first. Troxel to add the point after with Jacob Hooper holding, and that kick is good. So a quick strike as they capitalize off of the turnover. We'll see if Delaware's upcoming drive can last more than one play. Paul Goldschmidt on the return. Once again, out to about his 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Shaver will go right back to work here, perhaps wanting to secure the ball a bit more. Head off to Monte Baines. And that won't get very far. Back to the line there. I'll call it no gain. It will be 2nd down and 10. 4 wide out set for Shaver. He'll go down again. Steven Sekaresh on the sack. Minnesota bringing the pressure here. Loss of 10. 3rd down and 20 now. Shaver fielded again, another sack. Rashad Elam getting to him this time, and this Delaware offensive line is just not holding up. Minnesota showing no mercy. Jacob Batchkowski on to punt, Nate Rivers to return. And it is quite the start for the Minnesota defense. Roark out of the pistol will hand off to Colvin. He has enough for the first. Ball to 35 in field goal range here. Play action now. Roark gonna find a wide open Jeremiah Brown. Has been kind of quiet in this playoffs, but makes a big catch there. In the red zone now are the Gorgons. Hand off to Colvin. Finds a hole in between the offensive linemen there. Good blocks by 74 Dante Bates as well as 68 Casey Strickland. Or excuse me, 66 Casey Strickland. 68 was his old number back on Fort Wayne. Boone Calkins there for the tackle for loss, the elite dev defensive end. 3rd and 3, Tyrese Goodwin in the backfield. Passes to Brown, and that is a touchdown. Slips right underneath the zone coverage and gets in for 6, and Minnesota is looking like they're going to run away with this game in the first quarter. Extra point by Troxel is good. Run by Baines, stopped by Elam. Go! Shaver back to pass, in double coverage, and it's incomplete. Chris Nurse on the coverage, along with Thaddeus Benson, I believe. Who is a 93 overall at that strong safety spot, which is crazy to think about. Tajay Thorpe that time getting the reception, and that will be good enough for the first down. That is Shaver's first completion of the ball game. Shaver back to pass once again. He'll go to the left side, and that is almost a pick. Michael Bollinger was so close to taking that away, but that'll be incomplete. Shaver back again in the pocket, throwing over the middle. He's got his receiver Trayvon Ledbetter. He had quite the year this year. Mostly played the wide receiver 2 spot. 868 yards and 11 TDs. Monte Baines on the catch. Good for 2. Shaver with DJ Holmes lined up at the tight end spot. He'll go deep. He's got a man. It's Daquan Miller with a big catch. Adrian Atkins in coverage that time. And it's a big game for Shaver and company. First and goal, Delaware. Shaver to Baines. Got it. Touchdown, Delaware. They're on the board here. Monte Baines on the angle route there. And Sean Clay will beat the extra point through. It is good. Clay on the boot. Nate Rivers back to return. Stopped by Raquan Mitchell at the 20. Go! Flag on the snap. George Colvin on the carry. It'll be another penalty on the Delaware defense. They got Davian Rice for offside. So they'll decline that, take the yardage, and George Colvin has an 11-yard gain. Another handoff. Colvin, look at the blocks! Colvin's still going. And my goodness, a face mask will add on Adrian Flowers, but gotta give major props that time to the center, Colton Davidson, who pushed his assignment back at least 4 or 5 yards. That is how you block. End of the first quarter, 14-7. Roark. Oh, another pancake by Davidson there as Scully makes the catch with Dalton Robson on the tackle. A tale of 2 offensive lines in this one. Minnesota hitting all their blocks. Meanwhile, Delaware cannot protect Shaver to save his life. Colvin this time not going to be the benefit of that offensive line as Boone Calkins gets to him for the tackle. Loss of 4. That'll bring up 3rd and 12. Roar to pass. He's got a wide open Kevon Taylor, and that's a touchdown. Kevon Taylor, who was in danger of missing this game due to an injury, talked with the doctors and the team this week, and he is all good to go. Or perhaps that was 2 weeks ago. I think that was 2 weeks ago. Anywho. Oh, I was thinking of Elam and Buford. Because Buford is not playing in this game. That's why. That's why. Okay. Anywho. Shaver to Carter. Hit hard there by Sekaresh. That's a gain of 8. Shaver now faced with a 2nd and 2. He's got DJ Holmes. That's a catch. They should give him the spot. They do with the first down. First and 10 at the Delaware 35. Shaver. Pressure coming. That was Elam right in his face. Gets out to Baines, though. Bailey gets back to the line there. Rashawn Dancy, among others, in there for the stop. Second and 10. Handoff to Baines. This time wrapped up. Elam on the tackle. Third down and 9. Carter, Miller, and Ledbetter, your receivers. Shaver to pass. He's got Holmes. Flag down. We'll see what this is. It'll be defensive holding, so they'll decline that, and the big tight end Holmes has the first down. Shaver heating up after that fumble. He's now 9 of 11. Back to pass again. Gonna be sacked. Couldn't get it off in time. Sekaresh, who's had quite the first half, has a sack. Shaver now empties out the backfield. You got Holmes, Baines, and your 3 wideouts there. Shaver feeling the pressure once again, and another sack. This time it's the defensive back, Elijah Lockett. Third down, 28. Shaver going play action over the top. It's incomplete. Ronnie Joubert on the coverage. Trying to hit Tremaine Carter. Batchkowski to beat it. And Rivers on the return. Baines rushing down there for the stop. Tell you what, this Minnesota defense is playing at a very high level. They are not afraid to bring pressure on every single down. It'll be second and 2 for the Gorgons here as Colvin left Raquan Mitchell flat-footed there. And it'll be a first down for Minnesota. Flag here as Aaron Thames jumps the snap. First and 5. Hike. A handoff to Colvin. Another first down. Pretty much automatic at this point. He's got an 11-yard gain there. Colvin on the carry. That puts him over 100 on the game. 12 carries now for 105. Second down and 1. As we have reached the 2-minute warning here. Minnesota driving once again, looking to go up 3 scores before halftime. Go! Handoff to Colvin, and that will be Davian Rice on the tackle. Hurry up offense here as that one gains 11. Roark toward the end zone. Kevon Taylor with the touchdown number 2. Raquan Mitchell could not get up to him in coverage, and look at Drew Roark's stat line. Holy cow. That is impressive. Who needs DeMarquez Clark when you have George Colvin and Drew Roark leading your offense? Paul Goldschmidt on the return out to the 25. Same as the touchback. And Delaware really needs to step up here. Minnesota gets the ball at half as well. Shaver to DJ Holmes. He's been their only bright spot early today. Another catch for him. That one good for 19. Shaver deep here. That'll be incomplete. Good coverage by Chris Nurse, the rookie corner. First round pick, 10th overall out of the U.
Go!
Shaver over the middle, crossing route. He's got Daquan Miller. Nice little slants concept there. Picks up about 10.
Go!
Shaver, a quick throw here. Ledbetter catches that one. They're driving here with a minute to go. First and 10. Shaver, end zone, caught, touchdown. Tremaine Carter. Chris Nurse not able to catch up in coverage. And Delaware has broken double digits here. PAT is up and good. So they're not out of it just yet, but playing from behind is a lot better, or a lot worse rather, than playing with the lead. So yeah, Delaware definitely has to make some second half adjustments, and Raquan Mitchell expected to return after a head injury. So we'll keep close eye on that. 54 seconds to go. Minnesota really in no hurry here, as they will get the ball to begin the second half anyway. Roark. Pass is wide open. Jalen Tyler hauls that one in. And it'll be a Minnesota timeout with 46 seconds to go. Liam Scully lined up in the slot. Roark to Brown. He's got the catch. Dalton Robson on the stop. Minnesota using their second timeout. They are just short of the first down. Second and short. Roark's pass is caught. That's Taylor against Justin McGee in coverage. Remember, he had to sub in for Raquan Mitchell, who got hurt on that kickoff. First and 10. Roark to pass, and that is hauled in again by Kevon Taylor. First and goal, Roark end zone, too easy. Touchdown. Kevon Taylor, number 3 for him in the first half. Goldschmidt across the 35, and Raquan Mitchell feeling healthy enough to return on Delaware's next defensive drive.
Go!
Shaver on first and 10, looking to take a deep shot. It'll be incomplete. Looking for Ledbetter, Benson in coverage, and Dancy, the injured Gorgon. Second and 10 with 10 seconds to go. Shaver looking, pass is caught. That's Carter, and he gets lit up by Thaddeus Benson. And Delaware will use a timeout here. Perhaps looking to take one more deep shot. They will do just that, actually, as they're in Hail Mary formation. Pass is incomplete with 1 second left. Hail Mary once again. Look for Ledbetter here. Did I call that or did I call that? They always throw to the inside guy. End of the half, 35-14. Minnesota in front in this GFC Conference Championship. Sean Clay will boot it deep. Nate Rivers from his end zone. to about the 18, where he's stopped by Adrian Flowers. First down, Roark gonna go play action and take a deep shot. Oh, it's caught! What a catch by Jalen Tyler against their number one corner, Reggie Suggs. That's a good gain of 47 to start off the drive. Now Colvin has some green grass in front of him, and he gets another first down. Elijah Warfield on the tackle. Hand off to Colvin, and that will be a solid gain of 8. Colvin again, this time lunging toward the end zone, but he will be just short. First and goal at the 1, 2 tight ends for Roark here. Tyrese Goodwin in the backfield, and they're getting everybody involved. It's a point fest here in Delaware. Minnesota scores again. And they have put up 42 on Delaware. Troxel on the kick. Goldschmidt is probably tired of returning kicks at this point. Gets it out to the 25 once again. Minnesota has housed it 6 times in this game. Delaware disappointed, I would imagine, as Shaver does a full 360 and delivers a strike to DJ Holmes, who has had the best game for any Delaware Pioneer today, that's for sure. I mean, look at Shaver's stats. They're not that bad. It's just they haven't had the ball all that much. Holmes again on the catch. Holmes will sit down for Dion Bolton, who actually isn't going to appear on this play. Second and 1. Shaver on a all-curl concept. That was completely covered. And he'll go down for the sack as he tried to scramble. Vinny Knox with a loss of 3 there. And it'll be Shaver on a 3rd and 4, looking for his man Holmes, and that is going to be incomplete. Thaddeus Benson jumping in front of that one. It'll be a long field goal here for Clay. This one from 55. And they'll actually back it up here. So Reggie Eubanks on the false start. Will they try from 60 here? This is actually interesting. Do they keep going for a field goal? No, they're going to punt. That's funny. That is funny. Okay, Batchkowski on the punt, and not a great punt, but that's funny that they actually put him out of field goal range with that. It would have been a 60-yarder. Anywho. Colvert on the carry. Second down and 6, Colvin again. Man, the offensive line is making Colvin's job easy. Almost 200 yards for the technically backup running back. And, yeah, they are going to be very excited to get DeMarquez Clark and Jordan Buford Jr. back. As well as Trevante Thomas. So Second and 4, big shot, incomplete. Elijah Warfield knocking that one away. Third and 4. That's Roark's second incompletion of the ball game. And off the 12 when he's got the first down. Another handoff. And they gave him forward progress on that. Okay. Gain of 11, I guess. Tyrese Goodwin now in the game. 2 tight ends in the gun.
Tonight.
Hand it to him. Goodwin. Solid gain of 7 that time. Stop made by Warfield, I believe. Second down 3. Dying seconds of the third quarter. And Colvin just going to continue running straight through this Delaware defense. A Delaware defense that was middle of the pack, 16th in rushing yards allowed per game. And shows you what they need to improve on in the offseason. First and goal, Colvin, touchdown. And it is just too easy. As Minnesota is in danger of putting up a 50 burn during the playoffs. Extra point is good. Troxel on the boot. Goldschmidt had a lane, but decides not to take it, and instead runs right into his own blocker. Thanks a lot, awareness. First and 10 for Shaver and company. Gonna look deep with a one-on-one to Daquan Miller, and that is outstanding coverage by Adrian Atkins. Shaver back to pass again. This time going to check it down to Baines. That is a short gain of 3. It'll bring up third down and 7. Holmes in his near slot. And Ocean Baines out to join Miller. Shaver over the middle, and that is dropped by Daquan Miller. Saw the defense coming right at him and maybe got a little bit scared or something. Batchkowski to boot it again. Rivers on the return, and as usual, Monte Baines racing down there for the tackle. George Colvin sheds off the first tackle like it's nothing and picks up 12 yards. In danger of setting an NAGA rushing record as well. The record is 264. If anybody is wondering. Almost broken this year, by the way, by DeAndre Ballard of Salt Lake City. He was 2 yards shy of the record. So we'll see if they continue using the running game, but here's a fumble picked up by Davian Rice. And that's good news for Delaware. We'll see if they can capitalize. Turnover by this Delaware defense as they finally get to Roark. And that'll be incomplete, looking for Holmes. Shaver in the I formation here. Gonna throw, pass is complete. It's his fullback / running back, James Hampton, solid depth option. Hampton, a 6'9" overall normal fullback. Obviously better than that at running back. Complete to Baines, and he is going nowhere. Sekaresh on the stop. Second and goal. Shaver, got to get rid of it. He does. Pass is almost picked. Looking for home. Salvatore Cipriano on the defended pass that time. Third and goal. Shaver. End zone. Incomplete again. Cipriano guarding Holmes very tightly there. Sean Clay to boot it through from 26. It's good. Well, I think it's safe to say that Delaware is not coming back from a 32-point deficit. I just don't see it. Rivers on the return. And off to Colvin. And another first down picked up. Stop made by Rashawn Telfair. And Colvin is just 12 yards away from breaking the record. Is that it? No! So he ties Ballard's mark, and he's still got 5 minutes left in the ball game. Surely he'll break it. Right? Good rid of the ball game. He'll get the carry. Worth it on the tackle. Colvin back in with a chance to make history. Second down and 1. He's lined up in the backfield. Needs 2 to tie. 3 to break the record. And he's got 1. So that puts him at 261, I believe. No, 63. Oh, okay. So now he needs 2 to break it. Goodwin in the ball game. He gets the call. Look at Tyrese Goodwin. There we go. First down. And Colvin back in the game. Needs 2 yards to break the record. And he got it! George Colvin has set the new NAGA rushing record. That 9-yard gain puts him at 272, and he wants 300. Olabisi Balagoon on the stop that time. That's it. That's for 276. Oh my goodness. It's like prime Adrian Peterson. If he ends up rushing his way to the end zone here, well, not with Tyrese Goodwin, but I mean, I assume they won't get the ball back, right? Unless they get sacked and George Colvin just finds his way to the end zone, that would be funny. So he's got 286 right now. Goodwin, they're gonna probably spoil his chances at 300, but yeah. Delaware uses their second timeout. It is second and goal from the 1. George Colvin looking like he can only add 1 more measly yard to his resume, and he does get it. So he gets 287, and that'll probably be it for him. I mean, just an incredible performance nonetheless, as Minnesota puts up a 50 spot. And, yeah. Key to success, run the football, apparently. Goldschmidt stopped. And it'll be playing for pride time as Minnesota will be appearing in their first ever Jugan Bowl. as Tremaine Carter hauls it in. Yeah, big congrats to Rico and company. They have a tremendous team over there, and they deserve this, man. They really deserved this. Yeah, Delaware, me, really had no chance in stopping them. Once George Colvin got going, and there's the icing on the cake. So, yeah, Delaware is out of timeouts. This is going to be a kneel out. And Shaver has thrown a pick, and it'll be victory formation. And Minnesota is off to play the winner of Austin against Portland. George Colvin is now the NAGA single-season rushing king. 287 rushing yards today for him, and 3 TDs. Against a rush defense who, granted, wasn't great, but isn't bad on paper. So, there you go, there you have it. One more kneel down, and that will do it. Ticking down to the final seconds, and Minnesota are your GFC champions. We'll take a look at the injuries as they normally do. I don't think there's anything. There is not. For Delaware, it doesn't matter, but still nothing. Stats here for you. Drew Roark, again, great. 11 of 13. Didn't run the ball, or didn't pass the ball a whole lot, didn't need to. Tyrese Goodwin, even getting involved, 7.3 yards a carry. Kevon Taylor, 3 reception TDs. Elam, of course. He forced that fumble as well on the very first play of the game. Shaver, I mean, besides the completion percentage, not bad. 292, 2 TDs. Yeah, okay, Monte Baines just did not run the ball. That's interesting. Maybe because they were playing from behind so much. I mean, Baines, he had decent rushing stats this season, so it's not like the play calling was an issue. DJ Holmes, 5 for 72 on 9 targets. And that will be that. Game stats. Yeah, 0 rushing yards to 325. That is the difference in the ball game. Of course, the lopsided rush pass splits were obviously because Delaware was losing the whole game and Minnesota was winning the whole game. Also dominant in time of possession as well. And yeah, big props to them. And again, they will face the winner of Austin-Portland coming up later on this evening. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everybody. Take care.